Welcome to round 3 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of May 30th. I'm Nicole Erdix, and I'm here with Catherine Halecko.
Hello.
And Terry Morrow.
Hello.
We're moms of teens and young adults, and when it comes to parenting, we've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. But we're still waiting for that day when we'll reach the finish line and have no further need to lay down in a dark room with a wet rag over our eyes worrying about something or other. Wednesday is complaint day here on Parenting Roundabout, and today we are complaining about a case of blatant baby name theft. Very blatant.
Yeah.
So this title of this article caught my eye, and it was an article about a couple who had watched a movie and really enjoyed one of the characters. And when the female in the couple became pregnant, they were really wanting to use the name of this character and not use the exact name, but kind of make up their own version of that name. So
they personalized it.
Yeah. So it's not like a name that is super common or even like halfway common. It's a very unique name.
Right. Sort of made up by them.
Yeah. And so, but in the meantime, her brother and his wife were expecting, and they had their baby before this couple did. And I guess they went over to see the baby when it was born, and they noticed, what it was is they received a baby announcement in the mail. And this name was used. The brother had used that name to name their child.
And said that it was theirs, but said they didn't have a name, so we just used yours.
Yeah, and said, like,
oh my gosh.
We couldn't.
And said, you have time to think of a new one.
Yeah. And so I guess there's this big raging debate on Reddit about, can you take somebody's name? Yes or no? So I just thought, we should weigh in on this.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of shades of gray if you say someone stole the name you were going to use.
Yeah.
But in this case, it was not okay at all. This couple had said this is the name. They'd said so in advance. They came up with this totally unique name. It wasn't but we both had a grandfather named James, so we both named the baby James. This was very, very different from that. And I feel like they have a case.
Absolutely do have a case. Although, they have a case for resentment, absolutely. It sounds like they went a little crazy with their baby name enthusiasm, and she said, I have clothes with this name on for my baby. I have a thing on the wall in the nursery with this name for my baby. I have all this. I've already had my announcements made up. Maybe you want to not go so hard on a name that you've chosen as that. Right. But that does not in any way at all make it okay for the brother and his wife to have stolen the name, knowing that it was special to them, knowing that they had kind of made it up. That is
right.
Cool.
And not, saying anything to them and not having any particular connection to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's one thing if it was a coincidence, they didn't know, or like I said,
it's kind of a weird name, so maybe they could have picked something better. But the people who made it up liked it, and they should have it. And my sympathies for their kid, but still, it's theirs. Yeah. I have to laugh because speaking of some. I don't even know if it must be somebody in the family that they were naming after, but my husband has 3 cousins who are sisters. Each of those sisters had at least one boy. And each of the sisters named one of their boys Peter. So there's 3 Peters in this family. And you have to specify which Peter you're speaking about.
They're all first cousins.
They're all first cousins. And I don't know if they've bonded over their common name or been annoyed by it. But I gotta wonder about the third one who picked that name. Really? I mean, I can see the first two maybe being, I'm first, no, I'm,
Yeah.
I wanted that name too, but really. The young men seem to have grown up just fine, so.
Right. I mean, when we chose our son's name, we did have friends that had a kid with the same name. But, by this time we were living in Wisconsin, they were living in Pennsylvania. Yeah. Like, this was a college friend of my husband's, and, we were friendly and we liked each other, whatever. But I said, is this okay with you, basically?
Yeah. I think it's fine to do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I would have done if they said no. Like, then we would have maybe had a problem.
We had to change it.
But yeah, I mean, and even if you want to do that, but you don't want to leave yourself open to having to change, you can say, like, we're going to do this and we hope it's okay with you.
Yeah.
Or maybe not even we hope it's okay, but just like we wanted to give you the heads up that we're going to do this because, and here are our reasons.
Really makes me wonder in this case what sort of relationship this brother and sister have had all through their lives.
Right.
Is this like a thing?
Yeah.
Appropriation of somebody else's enthusiasm. Is that a pattern?
Yeah.
One way or the other?
Yeah, you're right.
Is it a continuation or is it revenge? It just seems so passive aggressive. You can't do that and not think you're going to get called on it. She's going to be upset.
Right.
You've grown up with this person.
To think that it's appropriate, like, just so it's it's going to cause drama.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. One or the other members of that couple enjoys causing drama. I would guess. Nothing is going to make Christmases really difficult.
Yeah.
Golly. That's just
and these little
rude.
babies are like so close in age, right? Because, the mothers were pregnant at the same time.
And if they both keep the same, I think one ends in a Y and the original one was a I, right? Or something like that. If they both keep that same name, the kids aren't going to care. But every time they get together, the mothers are going to be arguing about it.
Right.
Well, mine had the
just
name first because he was
resentful.
born first. No, mine had the name first because we made it up for him first. Oh, my gosh. Endlessly.
Yeah.
Not worth it. So, it's not like there's 10 names.
Right.
And if you lose the right to pick one, your choice is hugely limited.
Yeah.
There's a zillion names. And at least a billion of them are stupid, so you can do a different stupid name. You could make up your own name. Put an alphabet on the wall and throw a dart 5 times and make up your own stupid name. Ugh.
Yeah.
It just seems so unnecessary unless this is the way they are.
Right.
Right.
It does seem
There's
like
stuff we don't know about this
people
family.
Do just for the fun of it.
Yeah.
My sister-in-law is so crazy about this baby name. She can't stop talking about this baby name. Blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what I'm going to do? Ha!
And what a thing to use your kid like that.
I know.
Oh, gosh.
So strange.
I'm just guessing some family pathology here. I could be completely wrong. Have fun, kids.
Well, according to the article, the mother of the the one whose name was stolen said that you're not my brother anymore and I'm never going to see you again. So, so maybe
it's not a problem. See?
Yeah.
Wow.
The kids will never know each other. It'll be cool. Oh, so she's a little into the drama too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
my. This has to be a pattern in the family. I really would like this. Somebody needs to do like the untold story.
The
name
serial style podcast. What really happened?
When they were 3, he took her doll.
Mm-hmm. His mother sent him to the store. And the sister was mad because she didn't get to go.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Into the next generation it goes. Sorry, kids. The kids are the completely innocent victims of this.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
And yet they are, by their very names, doomed to live out this rivalry. Oh, man.
Yes.
Is it that hard to name a kid? We just sort of Americanized our kids' names.
Right.
We took the name they came with and just Americanized it. So we didn't have to think of something from scratch.
Right.
What you guys did, was it that hard? That you were like sniffing around? Anybody else have a good name?
Well, yeah, because being a teacher, there were certain names I was not going to use. Because I saw a pattern with specific names.
You could make money being a name researcher, Nicole. People could ask you which names are the most likely to have trouble in school, and you can tell them for a fee.
So I really struggled. I really, really struggled to come up with Kristen's name. So,
and there's many ways to spell Kristen. So even once you've decided that that's what you're picking, then you have to decide how you're going to spell it.
Well, and I saw a new one the other day. It was Christyn. Like Chris and then 10. It was very interesting.
She gets Christen sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of ways. And so, lots of names that I just see. When I had my son 5 years earlier, I had 5 years
less
that
you've dealt with.
Would you have done it differently had you known?
No, not at all. No, thank goodness.
But he was named after
he was named after U2's first album,
after Joshua Tree.
I
have to say,
all sorts of places.
That's right. We recently watched my son's high school, the graduation ceremony. They live streamed it because there's not enough room for everybody to go. So it's kind of nice to be able to watch it on the live stream. But I was disappointed that we didn't get middle names. We only get first and last name. I'm like, this is because really? I'm nosy about that kind of stuff. I would like to know. Well, I think with almost 500 kids,
yes, you
gotta
snappy.
Keep it moving. So
wow, yeah, I didn't think middle names. Oh, that's interesting that they're kind of a.
I feel like at many schools, or maybe it's falling out of fashion. I don't know. Do you remember, Terry?
I don't remember with my kids.
Yeah,
I just want to know what their parents do.
What do you mean? What their jobs are?
Yeah, what their jobs
wants
are.
A complete biography. Of each
A demographic profile, please.
Graduation takes 10 hours.
Where you live, what you do for work.
Jane Emily Doe, daughter of blah, blah, blah. He's a this, she's a that. Annual income, college that they're going to, how far in debt they are for it. By this time, the kid has gotten their diploma, switched the tassel, gotten back to the seat, hit a beach ball a few times, and then the other kid is just standing there waiting.
Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean,
it would make it a lot more fun to attend graduations.
It can help explain a lot of things.
Some kind of little fun fact, at least, about
you know what
each
they need
child.
is like a screen.
Yeah.
See, like, in the baseball game where they put up the stats of the person who's at bat or something like that.
Right.
They could just have a screen on each graduate, and as they approach.
They did that with the university that I just quote unquote graduated from. I say that because I didn't go to the ceremony in person, but that you could send in a message to have up on the screen as you walked across the stage.
Nice.
But I was like, what would I say? Like, I don't know.
Put up your website and say, now consulting.
Yeah, right.
Now consulting.
For hire.
www.
Well, no. What you do is you put up your podcast.
Yeah.
Listen to me at.
Yes.
There are 5,000 episodes for your enjoyment. But this particular one is over. And that's it for today's Round 3. Tune in tomorrow when we'll obsess about grudges, and then on Friday to see what we've come up with for our Roundabout Roundup picks this week. Find all our episodes at parentingroundabout.com and talk back in the comments there, on our Facebook page, or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat.